And hey, welcome to my channel, So Creative. My name is Tiffany and I am back for another budgeting video, and it is time for my paycheck to budget plan and review. I'm a little behind on getting my videos out, so I'm trying to catch up. So it's more towards the end of the month, and this is usually done more in the middle of the month, but it's okay. We're just gonna get it done. We're just gonna keep it moving, and then more than likely beginning of November things will kind of even back out. So for my paycheck number two is a little bit more than what it has been the entire year, and that's because we got like a little bit of a bonus. I don't really call it a bonus because it's not a bonus, but we got a little extra money for meeting certain goals at my job, and so that is what is included with this paycheck. So my second paycheck for this month was $4,004.91. Now, as far as the rollover, I have it's not really negative, but I put a negative 90.96 because my daughter's daycare for the month of October, instead of it coming out to where it would be part of the paycheck 2, it came out under paycheck 1. So I minus that from what was left in my account minus what that amount was, and so it was like minus 90.96. So my account was a minus, but it's just as far as paycheck to paycheck, it makes sense in my mind like why I did it that way. But anyway, so I minus the 90.96 because that was the amount that was taken from this paycheck for that amount. So that made my total for the income that I am going to be working with for this paycheck as $3,913.95. Sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and I'm going to put this over here in the income budget and paste. All right, so now we're going to go back over here to my bills. So these are my normal bills that come out on my second paycheck. Well, somehow, which I'm pretty sure what happened was when I was sick, those couple of weeks, these two did not come out, or somehow one of these, this was like $19 short, and then this one I just completely forgot to pay, so I ended up paying it from this paycheck. They're not like no late fees or anything. Like, this is like my water, sewage, garbage, and this is a part of my electricity bill. It actually went up, and these, although these are automatically drafted from my account, they're not automatically drafted from the company. I go in and tell the bank when to send the money to those bills for those payments. And so I guess somewhere in between me being sick and not all the way with it, these two kind of got missed as far as payments. So the payment for these bills is going to include 2 payments that really come out from my paycheck 1. So the total for all of this will be $1797.38. So I totaled all this up before because I was trying to work all this out, and I just think me going through and putting all this in on camera, like I it makes the videos long, and I don't really have time for all that because they already, to me, be long enough. So, you know, I just try to do it off camera and then just come in and just kind of show you what amount of money is going where, and then what I have left, and then what I plan to do with the money that is left over. So this budgeting thing, you know, some days I think I have it together, and other days I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Because I plan it out, and then somehow I'm like, how do I have extra money? And it makes sense from my last pay period. I was like, why do I have 200 and something extra dollars? And I couldn't figure it out, and that was one of the reasons. Well, I know I had extra money because her daycare fees hadn't came out yet, but they were coming out. But I thought they were going to come out on the second paycheck, but they ended up coming out on the first paycheck. But anyway, so total for my bills, which these are bills that are due every month at the same time, pretty much the same amount. The only time these change, like this one, it changes whenever I make a payment. This amount usually go down about $2. And so everything else. So this is my internet. And I don't have cable. It's just my internet, actually. But I had a home phone. It was a digital phone or whatever that I had on my account that I never used. And so I went in to, well, I had talked to somebody in February about getting my bill down, but they were wanting me to give my credit card information over the phone. And I'm like, you should have my info. You should have whatever credit card I use to pay. I mean, you should have that information in there. Like, how do you just put it on my bill? Like, I didn't understand why they were asking me for my credit card information over the phone. And I was like, you know what? I'll just go into the store. But that was February. I just went into the store this month. So yeah, it took me a while, but they took off that home phone, and so that brought my bill down like $20-something. But I'll take it because there's $20-something that can go somewhere else. But anyway, so the total of all of this is this amount. So we're gonna copy, and we're gonna put this over here into our bill category. And then we're going to move over here to our expenses. So the first 6 here is the money that I put into my cash wallet. And I'm really thinking about, and we'll see, I'm going to see how the end of this month goes. I'm really seriously thinking about bumping this up to another $25 to another $50 because the little one is starting to eat more. And when I go to the grocery store, that money is usually gone like with one trip. It used to be doable, but now that she's eating more, it's not doable. So I may have to bump this up to $200 per pay period, but we'll see. So, and as far as her daycare is usually $280 per pay period. It's like $140 a week. But because that payment came out already, I didn't put it here because it's not going to come out. The next payment is going to come out when I get paid again in November, beginning of November. So, but I had a credit of $75, and then, and it was just hanging out on my account. And so I went ahead and made an additional payment of $65 to make it a credit of $140. So then that will make me a week ahead, because that $75 would just be hanging out there, and it just really threw me off. And so I just wanted to kind of clear it out. So once the payment is made, it will be zeroed out, and I won't have a credit of $75. Okay, So everything else here is the same. And so this amount did go down quite a, it's like, normally it's like $700-800. And so it went down to $581.75. And so we're going to take this and we're going to put this into the budget summary over here to our expenses. Okay, so now we're going to go over here. Lately, I have not been putting anything here as far as sinking funds because I use the money that I save with the savings challenges, and whatever is completed at the end of the month, I use that money to put into my sinking funds. And unless something extraordinary happens and where I just have extra money to put into the sinking funds, more than likely with my budget summary, budget plan, I probably won't have anything in sinking funds unless I just have some extra money that I know that I can use to put here. But for the most part, this money will go here at the end of the month when I do my closeout for the month of October, at the end of whatever month it is. So next up, we have the extra savings. And in this category, what I do is I put $25 a month into a savings account for baby girl, and then save to pay. This one is, I use this money to pay for my homeowners association dues that is due in January. And so that gets $62.50 every pay period. And then this So Creative is like my craft account. And so that's where I have all of the things that I use that are crafty. And it's just separate. So that is that. And then here we have the savings challenges. All the savings challenges that I do on a monthly and paycheck basis equals up to $270 per pay period. And so that is what that money is for. And then so the total of all that is $557.50. So let's go ahead and copy, and we're going to put that down here into our budget summary, which is not going to go to sinking funds. It's going to go to extra savings. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and calculate what I have left, and then whatever I have left, then that will determine where I put that extra money. So let's go ahead. We're going to start out with $3,913.95, and we're going to minus the 1797.38 minus 581.75 minus 557.50 gives me a total of $972.32. So that is what I have to work with as far as extra money. So $977.32. So on this fence repair, I owe another, I think I owe my neighbor $700. I think that's what I have left. So I think what I'm going to do is, because I really want to go ahead and take care of this business of owing my neighbor, I'm going to put $500 here. And so that's going to leave me with $477. And I think I just told a story, because I'm going to go up here and I'm going to put $250 here. I just told a big story, but I said it all based on if I have extra money. And I do have extra money because of the extra money that I received from my little bonus award, whatever you want to call it. So let's minus 250 minus 477. So then that leaves me 227.32. And let's put, so the 27, we're going to leave the 27, 32. $27.32. Okay, so we're gonna leave that in here as the buffer. And the other $200 is going to go to the debt snowball. That's how we're gonna work that out, I think. Okay, so minus 200, and that gives us a balance of 0. So I have zeroed out my budget for October. Yes. Okay, so we're going to try to stay on track here. This Halloween, my daughter loves Halloween, and so she doesn't need, but she needs 2 costumes. One she can wear to school, and the other one she wants to be like the inflatable dinosaur. She is so infatuated with those blow up costumes. Last year she would see all the little kids with the blow up costumes, and that's what she wanted to do this year. So blow up costume it is, and they run between $50 to $70. So, and then have to buy candy, and then I need to buy another Halloween costume for her that she can actually wear to school. But that one's gonna be, I'm not gonna spend a lot of money on that one. It will be something that's very simple that she can wear to school. It won't be an issue getting in and out of it. She can go to the bathroom. It's not distracting, and she won't be too hot in it. So that is what the plan is. And then we need to buy candy for the trick-or-treaters that come by, because I do get quite a few here in my house. So yeah, so okay, we have zeroed out my budget, and so now all we have to do is spend the money according to how it's budgeted in my plan. All right, so we're going to try to stick to the plan, and we'll see how it goes. So I thank you so much for coming and spending a little time with me while I do my monthly Paycheck 2 budget. And I hope that I will see you in my next video. Okay, guys, take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.